Welcome to your Farm and Home Show. My name is Joanna Coles, and this morning we're visiting with Alexis Sheffield. She's with the University of Kentucky. She's a horticulture specialist there and works with the Center for Crop Diversification. We're going to talk about pollinators, and it's an important week for pollinators. And so we want to attract those to our gardens or even our commercial fields. So, what are maybe some of the ones that you want to highlight today?
Echinacea, which is coneflower. And so love that one. Specifically for pollinators, I have to mention that you will want to have the native, which is going to be that pinky purple color that we're all really familiar with. There's a lot of great ones on the market now that are big doubles and they're white and they're, all these different colors. And I will say that if pollinators is your goal, those ones probably aren't the best because they have been bred for those double petals. And a lot of the time that means that the nectar sources, the pollen sources that are food for our pollinators is not available. So if you really want to get in there and support the pollinators, stick with the original straight species of that pink purple. And so some other ones I love to throw out there are Yarrow. So that spreads really well. Yarrow does come in a lot of colors, and all of them are, I would say, created equal in the way of supporting your pollinators. So if you're more of that person who loves the nice blushy tones and something a little softer, there's some really great ones, as well as some nice bright, some gold, some reds. So if you want some pops, and just excellent in the summer, thrives in whether it's too wet or too dry, really thrives. And you're going to see those, butterflies and those pollinators just kind of hovering above. And it's really nice to watch them. So yarrow is an easy one, and it's easy to start from seed, which is not always the case for a lot of perennials. So, get you a little $5 pack of seeds and it goes a long way. Rattlesnake Master. Coolest name, so obviously you have to have it. It's an eryngium. It sort of looks like a thistle, but it is a globe. So it is round. It creates these nice little round balls, and they're white. It also is a very desert-looking plant, which is surprising that it is a true Kentucky native. But pollinators flock to it, and I love to tell people about this one because one, cool name, something unusual if you're one of those people who likes something weird in your garden, but also. It is a good cut, and it is something that thrives in a dry area. So if you have a spot, maybe you've got rock really close to the surface and you just can't seem to get anything to grow there, this one will thrive. And so it is very, very lovely in arrangements as well as in the yard. A native plant nursery would be probably the best. You can start it from seed. It's just slow to start from seed, where yarrow, you can get blooms the first year. Some of these other ones, it takes a year or two. So it just depends how patient you are. All right, next one, another easy one. This one does spread, is a little bit, we don't like to call our natives invasive, right? Because they are supposed to be here, but we like to say aggressive. They're aggressive. So Monarda, Bee Balm, and there are some that are more compact, a little less aggressive. There's some good breeding that's been done that is still pollinator friendly. But the OG native, there's a couple, but one of them is a really beautiful red. If you love hummingbirds, if you love a lot of pollinators, Monarda is a great one. And another one that is a little, we call aggressive, but not invasive, is Joe Pye Weed. It likes a wet area. So the opposite of Rattlesnake Master, if you got a wet area, got a place by a downspout, you can do Joe Pye, and you can do Mini Joe. So there are smaller ones. They're not necessarily the 8-foot tall Joe Pye weed you see on the side of the road along a creek or something. There are some smaller ones that are very landscape friendly as well as cut friendly if you're interested to that. And so Mini Joe, Baby Joe, there's a couple different cultivars that are smaller, and if you've never been up close, it's the beautiful mauve color. It blends well with all your tones. So if you are the person who loves just a nice soft arrangement in the house, Joe Pye is excellent for that. So a couple different things with pollinators. We always think about the bloom, which is great, and we do want to leave some for the pollinators. And so leaving at least a third, and we want to do that anyways because these plants are perennial. We need to leave them some leaves and some things to have energy. But another way these things support pollinators is also overwintering habitat. And so, leaving some things on there, even if the blooms are gone, those nice hollow stems, you've got a good root mass, you've got a lot of foliage, can really help some of these good, beneficial insects, pollinators get through the winter. And so they do a lot of different things for our ecosystem, and they hold the soil together. They, help so they are not getting washout. And when you have all this rain that we tend to have these days, It's slowing down the rain from getting, going too far down into the system. So you will tend to do that because you will get bug bites in them and different stuff like that anyways. And so you go, oh, that's okay. These are for the pollinators.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.